Okay. Well, good morning, everybody. As I was just saying, we are racing through November. It's hard to believe, isn't it? I don't know if it's your birthday in November, Murray. Maybe you'll let us know. But it's somebody's birthday today. You know that feeling, and I can't remember who it is. Um, but anyway, the end is in sight in terms of work commitments, and we carry on always focused on whether it is a side hustle or whether it is a full-time or whatever, our neo-life business. Hello, Susan. Susan, welcome. Susan is our newest distributor, and it is such a pleasure to have you here with us as well this morning. We just kick off now because I think the recorder should be going. Yes, it is. And sometimes people come in a bit late, sometimes people don't come at all. And we just love you all anyway when you do come or whether you are listening. I've had messages from a couple of people to say, please record, they're going to listen. So today, our topic is, I can't actually remember what I actually put on to the Zoom, but we are talking about social media. And because, Rob, can I put the share on, please? Susanne is staying at our house at the moment, and it's been very nice getting to know you, Susanne. We have been going through the getting started process in along one day at a time as we've had time to do anything. And I just wanted to start off today. Some funny picture here sticking up. There we go. In the Getting Started book, so Neolife, as we know, is a multi-level marketing company, and we have absolutely, without any doubt, the best products on the planet. Again, this was confirmed to me yesterday when I got hold of actually a lady who has joined independently completely of any kind of introduction from any of us on social media. She joined through a social media site that one of our distributors has. And I just spoke to her on WhatsApp, and why I'm telling you this is why. And I said, do you know the products? She says, I've been using them for 40 years and they're the best you can get. So, I mean, what more of a testimonial can you get? But anyway, just want to run through. Please, on the back office, please download, make a copy, whatever, for yourselves, whether you are new or not, of the Getting Started book. It is worth going back over it and over it and over it. There's a whole page in here on digital tools. And on the Neolife back office, this is where you'll view reports and updates of your team's activities, shop for product, access essential and product business and literature and incentives, etc. So it's very important that you know that in terms of the back office, it's giving us incredible access to a whole lot of information about the digital landscape. I'm sorry, I'm skipping around on this thing. It's one page in the back in that Getting Started book. There's also the back office app, which you can download and to help you grow and manage your business on the go. I'm a bit behind on that. I prefer to use the whatever you call it. I'm still battling after all these jolly years with all this vocabulary that we should learn for using our computers. But anyway, your phone is now a computer, and I use that all the time for everything, as do all of you, I'm sure. Now, I just wanted to quickly draw your attention to connect with our community on social media. They're telling you to do this on the back office. On the Getting Started. And so I just wanted to share another lovely page for you of all these colorful logos of very many different social media sites. So we're talking today particularly about how we're using social media. And I recognize quite a few of them. So if we go back to this page, you've got Facebook, YouTube, Facebook Neolife. If you're not are connected on to any of these ones which Neolife is on, you need to be. I took myself off Twitter before around about the time it became X. I have not gone back onto it yet, but I might just go onto it and just do it for the near life um, messages that are coming through. Then we've got Instagram. Then we've got nearlife.com, the website for the company. And then we've got this is TikTok. And then we've got LinkedIn. But I'm on LinkedIn, and I would like to develop LinkedIn as one of my social media sites. I see that Nola has chosen that one. She puts things up there a lot. You would be fascinated by the people who are using TikTok, and I think, and I will at some point start exploring that in more detail. I am now on Instagram, and I'm definitely on Facebook and very much on YouTube. All right, so that's me personally. What are you using? All right, so now these logos, so we need to become very conscious of what they stand for. There's threads. I'm just looking here on this right-hand side. Telegram, I'm back on, which I'm very pleased about. It's a bit of an old one because it's still got Twitter on it. Spotify is another one. If you're looking for these ones, they all have music and lovely podcasts on them. And then a whole lot of them I have never seen, never recognized, and don't think I would find my tribe on them. Right, but you can go in and this is now all self-education that's going on here today, because I know that this has already been educated for years and years and years and years, and I apologize to Melissa Butler. So what I've done for today's session is I am going to go over a video that is on the back office. The front of it looks like, if I go back a little bit, it looks like this. It's called Social Media. It's a real privilege to be able to share. And there you have Melissa Butler speaking. Now, I'm going to just take this away for a moment because I want you to see me. All right. So this video that I have taken my notes off for today is on the back office. We will share it for you on the page today on our WhatsApp, which isn't in amongst all those logos, but is another social media platform that we can be using. Melissa is not in our particular team, but she's a very successful distributor. And it is about 3 to 4 years ago that this recording was made. But I think it gives such a good overview of what we are doing with the social media stuff that it's worth going back to and looking at it. And then it's only 15 minutes of Melissa, and thank you to her for that. And then 15 minutes of a very, very successful American distributor who comes in after her, whose name has gone straight out of my head, which I'm sorry about, but I'll find it here. I wrote it down last night, and I've been watching him over the years. Alan Blaine is his name, and at 15:51, he pitches up with his insights on social media marketing. All right, now this is interactive, so I expect you to please ask me anything, Meryl, Susan, if you want to. And please just or else you can just type your questions in. We are all on this journey, and we are all learning together. So what Melissa does at the beginning of this video, just as an overview, is that she separates out very, very clearly the difference between marketing and prospecting. Okay, so remember that we are in the business. It's a total package, so to speak. We use these most amazing products, but we can use the products to build ourselves the side hustle, the way to make the extra money that we want as we go through our lives. Hello, Nkiyama. Thank you for joining us. You can help us on describing what we're talking about today, because you're the girl we're going to go to when we don't know what we're doing, because it's a career now for people to do the social media stuff. So why should we embrace social media? Why must we not be terrified of it? And the reason is that we don't have an option. We actually have to embrace it. We have to. And it will become a huge part of our businesses. And Meryl, so I was thinking of you specifically stuck there in Ladysmith, and how do you probably know everybody you're ever going to know in Ladysmith. And good morning, Kiama. And then how do you get out of that space? So this social media world, once we overcome our fears of how it works, gives us access to the entire planet if we wanted to do that. And there are people right now, while we are talking, building international businesses through this mechanism. I know that during, as an anecdote, during COVID, I got into the start of a relationship with somebody in Bulgaria. Now, unfortunately, I haven't continued that. However, I can always pick it up again. So there are people all over the world that you know and you can talk to through this mechanism, and are probably already. So you don't have to be out in the old days in Kiama, Susan. We were knocking on doors and we were trying to, sell to people, and we're trying to make friends with people. Yes, we still need to do some of that. We obviously do, but we do the same sort of thing, but through the social media mechanism. So everyone on the planet is online, and we can have live meetings. We check each other. What will people think? And we're building relationships. Now, I really want to focus on that word relationships this morning. We have to realize that everything we do in our business is relationship based. The more we become friends with somebody, the more they trust us, etc. So we will each build our own tribe of people around us who trust us, and then they trust you. What not to do? Do not spam people. Everyone is selling online. And people are becoming very immune and just deleting and not looking at stuff. So we can't spam. Do not do that. Do not expect a big business overnight. And somebody who comes regularly to this group also expressed that frustration about how slow things were. And I think that's a lesson we have to learn. It's not going to happen in a very quick moment. As with the business, you've got to build relationships, and trust is a process. So I'm reading as I go, so excuse my head jumping backwards and forwards. So where do we start? All right, so Melissa works specifically in terms of this time period when she was putting this recording up on Facebook. What are you familiar with? Which platform do you find the best to work for you? So everything I'm going to speak about here is now looking at Facebook or as an example, but you can apply the same things back onto other platforms. And it's worth Googling for yourselves what the actual focus of the platforms would be. So, for example, LinkedIn is very much a business-focused platform for people who are looking for jobs, etc. But it's the same idea going on in all of them. We're sharing information, looking for the people who we can build the relationships with. So on there are different and this is where my confusion came in with Facebook as it started developing, and then I just got I got a little bit anxious and nervous, so I moved off on it, but I'm back on. So the first thing you have to do is look at your personal profile, and she's suggesting that on your personal page you can build through that. You can get a business page, so you can set up a separate page on Facebook just for business. I have done that, and then I have a personal page. You must put a clear photo of yourself, so I need to take away the picture of the cows lying on the road and put a clear picture of myself. It is worth getting somebody to do a really good picture of you, either professionally or somebody on these phones, get a good picture done. So that people, when they look at your Facebook page, they can relate to you easily. They can see who you are attracted to you. Ooh. I'm being a bit facetious there. But anyway, you understand what we're saying. I mean, we're not trying to pick up people that we don't want to see, but we want people to see, somebody that they can identify with to a large extent. So the other thing is then that you can start doing things what they call niche marketing, and Kiama help us here. So your niche marketing would be, let's just say you're a mountain biker you're a painter, you are a knitter, you are a gardener, you can then start looking for those groups and find ways to join into various groups. All right, so it's not spamming, just becoming part of a group and then becoming able to share something on there if necessary, or looking for when people are asking questions. Here in Johannesburg, people are using a lot of the suburb groups. There's controls being put into a lot of them by the people who have set up the groups. And you're allowed to market your products on a particular day or whatever. But very often on those groups come requests for somebody who does Super 10, somebody who does golden products, etc. So there's a whole lot of different ways that you can use these things. So you need to focus on 2 or 3 niche markets, not a lot, 2 or 3. And do people know what you stand for? So you're using it for business, but not putting any products on. Number one, avoid putting products. Don't put 100 pictures of your products. So then you can say to you, Monica, what do we put there? Then you look for testimonials. Now, I haven't yet done videos and whatever, but people will give you permission. And when you have a product, somebody, for example, there's a hairdresser up the road who uses Fantastic. I mean, the floors are just out of this world. When I take her bottle of Fantastic, I need to take a picture of her with her floors and a testimonial, and just say, and also then it becomes an advert at the same time for her hairdresser. I'm just thinking along those sort of lines, but you've probably got ideas. Please stop me if you want to put something in. So use it for business, but not putting Neolife everywhere. Okay. So that's why I've got my Neolife separate page where I can put product stuff there. People are looking to buy, they can go there. All right. So now, are you positive and are you adding value? Make sure that everything you put out there has to be positive. Don't want any negativity added to this very negative world that we are living in. So positive stories, or else, just things that I love positive, for me, Monica, sayings. So I put a lot of those up onto my WhatsApp group, which is I'm also using for the same mechanism. But now I need to use them into either my Facebook or my Instagram. I'm talking to me as much as you do. She has a tip here. Change settings. So if someone tags you, you can control it before it's shared. So there's a whole lot of mechanisms here that we have to learn on how we do that. So, Nkiama, please explain to us what tagging is, because we are very, very beginners in this whole game, which is a bit nerve-wracking to actually admit. So what is tagging? So I know tagging is you put a little that icon with the 2 lines and the 2 lines. Give me the name for it.
Called a hash.
Oh, the hashtag. That's right. That's why it's called tagging, obviously. So hashtag your name, and then it comes up to you. And these are the things that get me confused, and then I just stop. So we've got to, yes. Did I? But then if I push on that tag, Nkiama, then it takes me to that person, doesn't it? That's what I've discovered now this will be real beginner stuff here. On WhatsApp, people are now tagging, and then you can go straight through to that person with the @ sign. Okay, what's the difference between the hash and the @ sign? Maybe you can explain that to us, Nkiama.
Oh, yes, Miss. So with the @ sign, as you said, it's tagging a person. So you're mentioning that particular person. And then the hash sign is generally used for trends. So generally, like with Neolife, for example, you're going to say hashtag Neolife, and it's going to show you a bunch of other posts regarding in relation to Neolife. That's what the hashtag generally does. So on Instagram, for example, even Facebook, when you click on someone's hashtag under a post, it's going to direct you to a bunch of things in relation to that post. So if you said hashtag Neolife, it will show you a bunch of Neolife things. While an at is just a particular person. So you just at Miss Monica Ross, and it will just take you directly to you as the user. Yeah. I hope I explained that perfectly.
Thank you, Nkiama. Just keep coming in and helping us here because
Okay,
yeah. Yes,
so
Ross?
Monica, if you use the at sign, so on Facebook, if you had to say thank you for coming to this meeting today, and you did a asterisk, sorry, an at the people that are here today, then it would appear on their Facebook page, and then you would be sending a direct message to them saying thank you for coming to this meeting today, as opposed to if you just went out there and said thank you for those who came to the meeting today. So if you actually did an at to each person, then they'd each get a message on their Facebook feed.
I want to just put in here, and I'm not joking, is that this stuff is for very, very easily educated people. I maybe ask too many questions, and we are conditioned to be very nervous. Thank you, Alma. You know exactly what I'm saying. So, I would like to ask Meryl and Susan and you and Kiama if amongst the 4 or 5 of us, we could actually start practicing some of this on our own Facebook pages. And Kiama, are you using Facebook more than Instagram, or what are you using the most?
I actually don't have a Facebook. I only use Instagram.
Okay, now that's very, very important on this recording. So Nkiama is in her young 20s. Am I right, Nkiama? Have you hit 20 yet?
Yes, 2 years ago.
And so the younger generation are using Instagram. The older generation, from what I can get, are still on Facebook, and they're mostly using it just for buying stuff and gossiping, I guess. So that is very useful to know, that if we're wanting to start building a tribe outside of Facebook, then maybe Instagram might be the one to go to. Things are changing so fast that if we don't get going on this flight now, we will have missed the trip. We probably have half missed it already, but anyway, it's never too late. Okay, so I think then I'm just going to quickly, I don't want to waste too much more time because this is all on that video. So the difference between marketing and prospecting. So you market yourself, so to say, you build a relationship with people. And then the prospecting, which is what we are in the business of for. Susanna, as I think we've explained to you during this week, and you're understanding this, and Kiama for you as well, is to find other people who are going to become part of our network. So you are in the health and wellness industry, you're adding value to people. That's very, very important that we understand that. And I completely believe that. It's not even something I need to cheat about and pretend. I do believe that we add a huge value through this, what we do. And so the business that can help people, do they know you can help them with nutrition, and can you build a home that you can help them with building a home-based business? Those are your 2 areas that you can help people with. Share testimonies, as I've said to you, and then attract people to you. Because we're not here as doctors, please remember that as well, but we are here to help people like your lady last week, Meryl, that with what her health issue was. We did a specific session on PCOS, polycystic, and so these products can and will help people. Do people look forward to your posts, and are you providing value? All right, so you need to find a way to do a post every day, every single day. And she says even sometimes up to 2 or 3 times a day. I don't know, Nkiama, if that's now accepted in the world that we are living in. And at the same time, you can also, once you get into understanding how it all works, you can set it to do it. You don't have to be physically doing it. You can set it up to to do it for you while you're doing other things. She said that you shouldn't spend more than about half an hour to an hour a day on this form of marketing, which to me is absolutely phenomenal. Even I can do this in my side hustle world that I'm living in. But the important thing is you have to connect with people. Now, this is where, and I'm not too sure how it works on Instagram. So maybe, Nkiama, you're going to help us with this at another time. So then once you get a name of someone who's come through, then you connect with them personally, directly through Messenger. And that seems to be still working very well from what I can see. And you build the relationship. The purpose of the marketing is to build relationship before you start to prospect. Once you have a person who is interested. So you're going to offer value and adding value to them. People can see who you are from what you are sharing. So as Andre always used to share her beautiful poems every day, you could decide you're going to put a picture up of a flower in your vegetable garden, Meryl. A mother to add promoting products in regard to the testimonials to use before. Let's see what you're saying there, Nkiama. Because you've studied this. You're actually the expert, and here I am, just learning to be an expert. Add to promoting products in regard to the testimonials is to use before and after content. This will further accredit Neolife. Just explain to us, Nkiama.
Oh, yes. I was talking about in terms of content creation on social media, because as we all know, everyone likes to see, because seeing is believing. So when creating content, we show a before and after of the person's journey with using Neolife products, and that like just gives extra credit to Neolife, and it makes it more believable for people to then start using it as well. And then the algorithm will grow from there.
So how many opportunities have we lost along the journey by not taking those photos and not getting the before and after pictures? So that is really, really worth, thank you, Nkiama, for that. Definitely. Thank you. I need to go back over into all my millions of photos and look for the ones that I've taken over the years. Then simply asking people. So when you get a contact with somebody, and they're possibly a stranger, Melissa says she doesn't spend too much time building who are you and whatever. Just when she's building a relationship with someone, when someone has actually responded to something that she's put up on her main page, she then contacts them through Messenger, and then she says, do what Drew says, just ask the questions. Simply asking, would they be interested in looking at something which would make a positive difference in their lives? You're not trying to convince, you're not persuading, and you are not complicated. Would they be interested in looking at something? Would you, if I could show you something that would help you with your finances, would you be interested in looking? So she's got this set phrase at something which would make a positive difference in their lives. So all the knots, you're not there to convince. And then the person then has the choice. And I think we have to remember that all the time when they make the choice. They can say no. So she said, hey, Sally, would you be interested in looking at something to earn some extra income? If yes, I can send you some information. So we've got to have some files already available, videos, visual stuff to send people. If they say no, no problem at all. I just thought I would ask. I love that. I just thought I would ask. Now, it's very safe because we're doing it online. We're not meeting anybody physically. So it is a very, very safe way to connect with people. And the same thing with the products. Hey, Sally, you asked about your diabetes. If I could show you something that might help, and then if they say no, you just say, I just thought I would ask. No problem at all. You would do, so you must do the equal on the marketing and and the prospecting. Because I think part of the problems for many people is that they get very good at the marketing side, but it's this prospecting that is blocking many people. So I think it's very important to learn those set little sayings. If I could show you, I love what Melissa says here. Would they be interested in looking at something which would make a positive difference in their lives? And then she says you have to post every single day. And Facebook and Instagram, and Kiama, you will agree with this, I'm quite sure, consistently. Know how many people you're going to reach out to and keep it real with people. Be yourself. Don't try and make up stories that aren't true. Local invites to face to face. So if you get questions from people locally, you would then set up meetings to meet them face to face. And your local Wimpy is one of my favorites, and where there are a lot of people around, so there's no chance of anything untoward happening. We're very concerned about our own personal safety, and get phone numbers from people. And then, and also for me, it's to get the emails so that we can get the email newsletter up and running, which is one of my big plans for the future. Alan Blaine, he then carries on. He's such a lovely, positive speaker. Please, if you don't want to listen to all of Melissa, although every word she says is of importance to this journey that we're all on, he starts at 15:51. So I'm not going to talk. He reinforces quite a lot of what she says. He has some amazing testimonies. Remember the story. We have to keep telling stories because we love stories as human beings. Our brains are programmed for stories. Now, on the issue of advertising. So this is just the beginning part of the whole journey. For advertising at this stage, it's expensive, and it can cost you a lot of money and get nothing back for it. So we all have to master this initial stage of just doing the marketing and the sponsoring without the whole advertising thing. And that's to build your followers and get the algorithm following you. In Kiama, you might have more advice on that. But people like Kiama, I guess, this is what you trained on. In Kiama, you can pay someone like Kiama to do your Google ads for you. Is that true, Kiama?
Yes, it's true.
There are a lot
However,
of people
I'm not.
Hmm?
I just wanted to say, I'm not really an expert in Google Ads. I've never done Google Ads before.
Have you done Facebook ads?
Yes, briefly.
In Kiama, you are an expert.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because you know a lot more than a lot of us. All right. So in terms of these ads, as you would know, in Kiama, you can spend a lot of money, etc. If you pay someone like Kiama to do this for you, they would then track the coverage. They would track how many clicks you're getting and how much, etc., etc. Now, the point is, with Google Ads, we have somebody in our team who is doing phenomenally well, we think. He is also on the journey of learning how this whole thing works. And I did do a double checkup on his points, on his profit the other day, and he is making more than he is spending. That for me was the most important thing as he learns how to do it, and he is going to teach us a bit more. But the first things, and Kiama, you will agree with me on this. He said you must know what your key words are. The algorithms are going to pick up on these words. He did tell me at some point that he went back over the resource center on the back office, and he just downloaded all the beautiful images and pictures that are there for us. So there's plenty of stuff there that you can use if you're going to do the Google Ads thing. you also have to target a particular area in the world that you are wanting to communicate to people. So this is the next level as I see it. Once you've got your social media platforms up and running and your daily posts, etc., going out, now you decide you're going to put some money into it, and you're going to start pushing in specifically the product and the business, or whichever direction you want to go in. Business, 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 business is my suggestion. And then he said to me, on the 3 points he gave me last evening, he said, how much do you want to spend? So, remember when you do these kind of things that you are paying school fees, it's like your money you spend on any kind of a learning activity. So it's taken him a little bit of a while now to start getting his money back. But he is getting many, many, many retail customers through his Google ads. The fall down at the moment is that he's not building on the network. However, to his astonishment, he has had one lady join up, because he's only been doing it for 3 or 4 months. One lady just joined up on her own, and she's the one I was speaking about. And she's known the product for 40 years, and she's doing her own orders. She doesn't want to do the business, but she's providing a lovely little bit of points to come in on his business every day. Now, as I said, this was interactive. Are there any questions at this stage? Yes, Rob, unmute. 1 minute.
Yeah, so for me, it hasn't come up with a warning of 10 minutes. Anyway, so what amazed me this week is, Meryl was involved. I'll share a lovely Iris.
It's only a minute.
And Iris on it. And I was actually surprised. Meryl picked it up, but there were 3 or 4 other people who picked up on the status on the WhatsApp. And there again is a question of, do you then approach them, say thank you for noticing it, and try and build a relationship with the people who respond to your status on your WhatsApp?
So I hope that has been useful. I don't know, maybe it's too beginner for people, but I will share the back office videos, and let's get our minds